In today's video, I'm going to share with you the lures, primarily the top waters and the subsurface lures that I'm going to be bringing to Hawaii in my trip here coming up in May. Now, real quick on these lures, I do have some lures in here that I'm going to be bringing that I use for freshwater for both bass and for pike. I also do think some of the newer lures that I got that are kind of labeled saltwater, I can definitely use those, I think, for pike and bass as well. So let's dive in here. Real quick on a note on all these, I will be reviewing each and every single one of these lures individually and posting a video there. So if you guys are curious for that, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'll be going through the pros, the cons, do I think it's worth it, kind of that deal. And then also, I just want to quickly cover the rod and reel setups that I'm going to be using for these, because there are going to be some big baits in the saltwater. Maybe they're like 2 ounces, sometimes even bigger. I'm throwing 6-inch plugs. So what I'm going to be doing with the heavier setup is I have an 8.5 foot heavy rod, a travel rod from Cast King. It's usually kind of what I usually bring, or if I'm on my kayak, that will kind of be what I'll do when I'm freelining or just trolling with that. I set it up with a Cast King Sharky bait caster, the 4,000 reel. It's got a lot of drag capacity. I can put heavy test on that, so I usually line up about 40 to 50 pound braid, and then I'll throw on a heavy fluoro leader, anywhere between like probably 60 pounds or something with that, and then I'll tie the heavy stuff on there. I am going to bring a lighter setup. My wife and I are going to Hawaii, so she might throw some lighter stuff if she likes. So with that, I usually don't throw anything over 1 ounce on that one. It's a 7.5 foot medium heavy. I pair that with a Shimano 4000 and Next Save Shimano 4000 reel. Just a good entry level kind of budget combo. Get it all in for about just over $100 American. So that's what we're going to get into. I won't go too much in detail to all my gear I'm bringing, because I will be bringing also my fly rod and all that stuff, because it's pretty fun to just fish and surf there. And then obviously with my setups, I will have the capacity to fish some live bait, maybe some jigs, but I really wanted to focus today on the new lures that I got from Cabela's here, and then kind of the bass pike lures that I'm going to be bringing to get into it. So let's dive in here and let's see what we got. All right, so I have here, this is my non-saltwater. These are all my lures here that I use. So I'm going to pull them out here and show you what I plan on bringing. Now, in here I have my small poppers, so kind of a different array through there. I might bring probably these guys here just to have some good different poppers, or if they call them plugs or something there, that I can throw on my light setup. So I'm gonna do these. They got some rattle on them, a little bit of hair there. So I'll probably bring those. And then now the big boys that I like to bring. So I have all my prop baits here. What else? I got one more. So as you can see here, I guess I'll just pull everything out. So with this, I have my whopper ploppers. Really, it's this big one here. That's a perch pattern, which, it's got the white underbelly. It's going to be top water, so I like to have basically something that is white, maybe has some color on it. Yes, that's a perch pattern, but I think that will do okay in some salt water. This is the loon pattern. This is black. You can see it's pretty chawed up from a lot of pike action on this guy. But I'm gonna pull this one here too. And then I also have just the Chopos. These are smaller. I probably won't bring the Chopos, and I'll do a review on kind of my breakdown of whether or not I like the Berkeley Chopo or the River to Sea Whopper Plopper. So we're gonna rock with those. And these are great because these allow me to basically run on the top of the water. Creates a lot of noise. They're super easy, so I can set my wife up with them to just throw them out there. She can reel them back, and we can just kind of have fun and get blasted on them. Now, I also have my walking bait, so you can see here, that's a Super Spook. That's about 4.5 inch. So I'm gonna bring my bone color there. I'm also gonna bring a Super Spook here. This one here is the chrome kind of black. So I'm gonna bring this. This is also the Super Spook. I have caught a lot of pike on that guy and a lot of just bass on this one. They both love it. So the difference between this here as a top water is that obviously creates a lot of noise with the prop. This one here, this Super Spook, the Hedon Super Spook, I mean, it's got so much, you walk it, it's a walking bait, and it almost goes a full 180 degrees, really slow, wide turns, and, typically you just walk it back nice and slow, and they will smack it. So I'm gonna bring these two. I will also bring, this is the Spook Junior. So it's just a little smaller of a bait. So I'm gonna bring that. It's the red with white there, just a really good. This is actually a saltwater lure that I use in freshwater. So again, for these guys, I'm gonna bring these two bigger baits, the spooks, the Super Spook Junior, and then my two River Sea Whopper Ploppers. All these other guys, you know, I have my frog and little prop bait, and I got buzz baits and all that. So I know this is kind of messy here. This is my kayak kind of setup. So that's what I'm gonna bring with that. So now let's dive into the saltwater. All right, so now we got the saltwater package here. So again, I was able to get all of this. I did buy the case, which put me over $100, but I was able to get all of this for $100. And again, some stuff I normally wouldn't buy, some stuff that I'm excited to try, and I'll be honest, I picked some just based on the colors I like. But let's start off. So this right here, got this guy. This is the Speed Minnow, the Salt Pro from Daiwa. Nice big oversized hooks there, which at least oversized for that. So you can see here the specs on this. It's a fast sinking, it's a 2 ounce, so I'm gonna be throwing that on my heavy rod. What we're gonna do with this is, so this is gonna basically allow me to cover different depths. So the faster I rip it in, the higher it stays in the column. The more I let it sink and then rip it in, the deeper it gets. So you can see it has no lip, so it's, you know, it's gonna have a nice kind of S to it, but because it's weighted, it's gonna sink down if I don't do anything to it, and I can cover different depths. So this one is gonna kind of be something that I'm gonna be actively pulling it in, and I'll play around with depths that maybe I can't reach with the other lures. So I'm gonna start with that one. Pretty excited for that. This is the green mackerel. I mean, it's a beautiful color. The saltwater freaking lures, I love them. Like, it's very hard to just not buy them based on the art that's on them. So next, let's stick with some more top waters. So right here, I've heard a lot about the chug bug, the Storm. This is a 4.5 inch. This is the maybe like the blue sardine or something. So I got a big one here. It's got a nice rattle in it. And again, I'll do all kinds of reviews on this, but it's got the rattler, it's got the tail, 4.5 inch. The Storm, it's blue. So I want something that, you know, if it's clear water, I can throw this in here, have some nice shimmy in there. So there's that one. That's going to be a top water. I'll probably just, you know, big pops and then kind of let it rest in between, and usually you get hit in between there. So we'll try that one. I also got this one called the Wonder Bread. Honestly, this was one that I was unsure. As a freshwater guy, I was like, no way is this going to work. But this right here, it's the body of it. It creates a lot of commotion. I mean, it's called the Tsunami. This got pretty good reviews there too. Big oversized hooks, nice big lip. This right here, I believe, is 5 inch. And you can see here that the back end is gonna kind of fall on it, and then it's gonna come up. So it's going to really create a ton of noise and a ton of commotion on the top column, on the top of the surface there. So we're gonna rock with that one too. That again is also gonna go on my heavy rod. Next, let's go subsurface now. So I got these guys here. These are the suspending twitch baits. So no lip, so basically it's gonna go down. This is just the normal, kind of a shad color here, kind of a normal bait fish presentation. This is gonna go down to about 0 to 2 feet, and it's gonna suspend there, and then I basically can twitch it in. So definitely a slower movement here. This right here is a 3 inch. I have the same, just in a different color pattern. So this is pretty cool. I've always wanted like a pink or a purple kind of big bait. So we got that one there. And again, these ones, I believe I'll have to check the weight on them, but I think I can throw these on my my lighter setup, or have my wife do it. You can see here, it goes 1 to 2 feet. So this is gonna cover kind of my subsurface, kind of slow things down if I need. So I got that. So again, I got kind of my all around, any depth I want. I got some more top water big plugs. I have my walking baits in there. I got some twitch baits here that are going to cover 1 to 2 feet below. And then these ones I'm also really excited for. And this is the X-Wrap. And these ones I could actually think I'll use also for freshwater. So again, I love the single hook on these saltwater X-Wrap. So these guys right here are the long cast too, which within here, they have like balls. So when you cast it, you just got to kind of wiggle the balls on here. That's going to allow you to get super long cast. It's going to sink down there to about, I believe, 5 feet is think of what I read there. Yeah, I think it goes down to about 5 feet or so. It's just gonna allow me to go a little deeper than this guy, and then we can just kind of pull this guy in. Has a nice wobble to him. But because I'm fishing from shore, if I need to get distance, obviously I want to have some weight on it, and having the long cast where they have the little bullets inside of here to give it a little extra weight so that when you throw it, you whip it. That's what I'll be doing here. So again, I have that kind of a more natural blue, so maybe like bluefin, sardine, something like that. And then more of your kind of general, it could look like a, it's got the white underbelly, kind of that gold green there, kind of mix in there. So I do have different color profiles, but as you can see, most of my stuff is got white on it, at least on the body, underbody. So that's really what I'm bringing. I'm excited to, like I said, to get into these. I do think like this could be really good for like pike and bass, even this one, depending on the waters you're fishing. This one definitely nice twitch bait, and it's all saltwater rated, so obviously it's, you know, it's made for a little heavier duty action. So and again, this is probably the most expensive lure. This was about $16, although these ones were here about 15. I think I got them on sale a little less though, but I'm excited for this one, so we'll see. So if you guys have used any of these, let me know what you guys think about them, and let me know what you guys think if I'm missing and I should bring something else. All right, guys, there you have it. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys have fished those parts or have experience doing the surf fishing, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I have not done a lot of that, but I enjoy traveling and I enjoy fishing new waters. So pretty excited to get out there. Hope you found this helpful. And until next time, go out there, get outside, catch some fish. Let's do it.